You're probably wondering if this video is just another FNAF video, and I would like to say, kind of. FNAF has been a horror game that everyone has loved for almost a decade now. If you were to tell my small ass back in 2014 that we were getting a FNAF movie in 2015, wait, no, sorry, that we were getting a FNAF movie in 2017, nope, no, not that year either, that we were getting a FNAF movie in 2023, I would shit all over the walls in excitement. Main point, FNAF has become bigger than anyone expected, with a total of 9 main games and more than 20 books. Jesus fucking Christ. So on this very fine evening at 2:40 a.m., I'm gonna go over every FNAF game and not any FNAF books because I can't fucking read. Five Nights at Freddy's, the game that started this. I think I speak for everyone when I say this. Thank God Scott tried one last time and made this masterpiece. Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, and Foxy. The main four for basically all the games except one. Looking at you, security breach. Stupid Monty motherfucker. Not only did this game start the entire series, this is the first grounds of the fandom. And its interesting animations.
Never notice you the way I do.
Oh, what the fuck? If you don't know how this game works, first off, how? Second off, a bunch of animatronics try to come and put you into a Freddy Fuckbear suit. Pretty spooky stuff for 2014. Bonnie coming from the left door, Chica from the right door, and Freddy also coming from the right door, but I admit I still have trouble getting rid of him, okay? He's hard to deal with. Constantly checking on Foxy to make sure he doesn't run to your left door and remove some of your power. Again, spooky stuff for 2014. Now the lore is pretty easy to comprehend here. 4 kids were stuffed into animatronic suits and Golden Freddy! Ah! They also want to stuff you in a suit. Peep the death screen. I enjoyed the first FNAF game and it still scares me to this day. I'm going to come in your sockets! Scott Cawthon used to make other games like, what is it? Does that say Fart Hotel? Hold on a minute. In a doco interview, Scott stated that Chipper from one of his old games was the inspiration of Freddy, which is pretty cool. And supposedly if you type in 1983 on the custom night menu, you get an Easter egg. Spoiler alert, you don't. Tried it 8 years ago and it also didn't work. Overall, Five Nights at Freddy's was a great start to what would eventually become a magnum opus. And Five Nights at Freddy's 2 was soon to release on Christmas. Wait a second. Damn, that was quicker than I thought. This is when I was introduced to the franchise, so this game is definitely a top 3 for me. All new animatronics, new layout, and no doors? Fuck. You remember when there was a rumor or a goof perhaps going around that if you played the trailer backwards it was something satanic? It doesn't, of course. I know that. It's not like I tried in 2023. Holy shit! And Toy Chica, don't even get me started, okay? This time we have Toy Freddy, Toy Bonnie, Toy Chica, Mangle, the puppet, this dumbass, and also the withered animatronics. Back then, this game made me piss my pants, and that is not a joke. The lore gets way worse, so listen closely. Supposedly, or what Matt Pat the man himself has told us, this is a prequel. I know, crazy, right? The toy animatronics were the first animatronics, and the withered get used to make the newer animatronics, aka the FNAF 1 animatronics. Is this all a fact? No clue. I have no fucking clue. And that's the thing with all the lore from here on out. It's just a theory. No one really knows. So if you get mad at me for getting the lore wrong, suck my dick. How about that, bitch? The FNAF lore is more confusing than, let's say, for example, figuring out how to use a gun. Okay. How's this thing work again? In FNAF 2, this is when Golden Freddy becomes an actual animatronic. Kind of. And not just an Easter egg. FNAF 2 Custom Night is, in my opinion, harder than any Custom Night from the first 5 games, since there's 12 animatronics you have to deal with. Scarier than FNAF 4, though? Oh, hell no. That shit has to be cursed.
Fun facts with No Kelda. Did you know that the screams from FNAF are actual children screaming in real life? Did you know that this was the fastest made game in the FNAF series, with it only being released 109 days from the first game? Did you know that I'm always watching you? Nice red shirt. Okay, back to regular programming.
FNAF 2 is when some fan games arose as well, like Five Nights at Treasure Island and Five Nights at Wario's. FNAF 2 will always have a place in my heart and up my ass. Going through all the FNAF games again, this game is definitely a memory for me. I remember coming home from school, stealing my papa's computer and playing this game. It was fucking awesome. And when you look at that, it's Five Nights at Freddy's 3.
Michael! Don't leave me here! Michael!
The most hyped FNAF game ever, I'm pretty sure. The fandom was at its peak, Scott's ego was probably at its peak too, so it was a good time in 2015. Except console players, you guys had to wait a while. And look, it's Spring Freddy! This is my favorite FNAF game, and I know that might be controversial, but Springtrap is sick as fuck, and not to mention the phantom animatronics don't kill you, they just almost kill you. Speaking of, this game only has uno animatronic that can kill you, Springtrap, which is a nice twist on things. Alright, lore time, yay! Yeah, yippee. 30 years after Freddy Fuckbear's Pizzeria closed, the big boys at Fazbear Entertainment thought, why not make a horror attraction? Which, you already kinda had one, but that's just me. Personally, if I saw Chica on stage, I think I'd shit. Anyways, they were determined to make it as real as possible, so what'd they do? Bring a real animatronic that is a killing machine. Stupid asses. On the second night, that's when Springtrap becomes active. FNAF 3 supposedly takes place in 2023. Wait, sorry, 2033. Wait, what the fuck? 2017? You know what took place in 2017? PUBG was released. Whoa, wait a sec. This game also has multiple endings. Now, am I gonna tell you how to get them? Nope, because I don't even know how. Eventually, the children find Purple Guy, and he runs into the Spring Bonnie suit, and then bleeds out and like half dies. If I was Purple Guy, I'd just buy a gun. You can probably kill children with that. I think. Not that I know about that. Shut up! And there are a lot of secret minigames in this one. This is how you get the multiple endings, and it's also kind of fun. Five Nights at Freddy's 3 was the peak of the community, and in my opinion, it delivered. Some people didn't think it did well for the third installment, and if you're one of those things, I respect your opinion, but also get out. Springtrap, come on, he's cool as shit, and you can even see the flesh coming out of his body sometimes. That's cool, right? Call me necrophiliac, but would you hit that? Anyway, I love FNAF 3, and I think you should too. Before we continue, I have a quick question, okay? Have you subscribed yet? If not, you know, that's fine, but you totally should. Just click the white button and, you know, why not? Like, you know. If you don't, I'll do very bad things. Alright, anyway, back to the video. Shit. The scariest FNAF game ever, in my opinion. Yes, scarier than this. It still makes me leak, alright? That's how scary we're talking. And I haven't brought this up until now, but sound cues are the most important thing in FNAF, especially in this game. Going up to the doors to make sure you don't hear any breathing, and if you do, I'm very sorry for your loss. I'm gonna be honest, okay? I didn't even get to night 5 on this one. That's how scared I am. Foxy Plus just scares me too much. This was supposed to be the last game. Yeah, right, Scott. There's also a bit of lore in this game too, so stay tuned. You play as a child named Evan, aka Purple Guy's son. Also thought I should mention this here. This is set before FNAF 3. Every day is a step closer to your birthday party until you finally get to it, and not only is it boring as fuck, you die. Oops. And your own brother was the one to throw you into the mouth of Fredbear. Calling this the bite of 83 or 87, I don't really know. Nightmare Freddy, Nightmare Bonnie, Nightmare Chica, Nightmare Foxy, Nightmare Fredbear, and Nightmare. And the others, but they're DLC. The most different one out of the first 4 FNAF games. It plays kind of the same, of course, because, you know, it's Click Team Fusion, but just the overall feel is so different. No monitor, no phone guy, just you and some creepy ass Chuck E. Cheese knockoffs. Did it come out on the date it was supposed to? Nope, it's Scott. What do you really expect? The minigames are also pretty cool here too, of course, giving you more insight into the lore, which is the most confusing thing I've ever tried to understand. My mental capacity is currently at its max. Not one of my favorite FNAF games, but that doesn't mean it's bad, just I personally will off myself if I play it again. A staple in the franchise, but it's hanging on by a thread. And the next game is amazing, beautiful, terrifyingly terrific. It's fucking FNAF World. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you, I wasn't the biggest FNAF World fan back then, but the more I play it now, the more I enjoy it. What most people thought was going to be a whole new scare release to the franchise, it wasn't, and I kind of enjoy that. Did it disappoint the masses? Yes. Did it disappoint me? No, it didn't. Even though this game is different in every aspect from the other games, it still has lore, which is surprising. This game takes place somewhere called Animatronica. What an interesting name. I've been reading on the comments on the wiki, and someone said that it sounds like the crying child's heaven or some shit, I don't know. I kind of agree, you know, I mean, it makes sense, but also if it was his heaven, then why would he constantly fight bosses and animatronics? Oh god, am I getting too into this? Oh, fuck. That's just my thoughts, okay? It's all opinion based. Shut up. FNAF World was just a little warm-up for what game would come next though, and it definitely pulled through. This game surprised most, and this is when FNAF changed from one room point and click to multiple rooms point and click. There is movement, so that's a good thing. This game once again changed the overall feel of the FNAF series, but in a good way. Don't worry, don't come sucking my cock. You got Baby, Ballora, Funtime Freddy, Funtime Foxy, Bitty Babs, and these things. These animatronics are definitely different from the others. I personally think that this was a good change for the series, because if it would have stayed like FNAF 1 through 4, it would have become like the 2K series. I don't want to be mean, but these are just the same fucking game. It hasn't changed in years. 2K17 is the same exact thing as 2K fucking 22. You want to guess what we're going to talk about? LOER. Wait. That's not how you spell it. L-O-R-E. Porn. Now this is speculation, but from what I've read, Mr. William the Afton used the animatronics to lure children so he could murder their ass. But Laura caused a distraction. Funtime Foxy supposedly mimicked the parents' voices because, you know, kids dumb, they do anything they hear. Bon Bon tracked where the parents were. Circus Baby lured the kids with her ice cream that she shot out of her vagina. And then her and Funtime Freddy would stuff the kids in their torsos so they died. Also, a question I would like to ask is, when and why did Purple Guy even want to kill kids in the first place? What gave him the urge to just want to murder children? Is it because they're stupid? Because if so, I agree. If this is fact, which I think it is, I don't know how I've never known that William cooked this shit up. Like the other FNAF games, mini games tell the story as well. One where you slowly turn into a purplish color, which people theorize to be Michael Afton, as well as the crying child's brother, the one that threw his ass into Fredbear's mouth. Sister Location is another one of my favorites. It came out at the perfect time and the game is basically perfect. The next game would be the last game of the main lore until this, so we keep going. This is all the game is, so we can move on. Wait a second, is that the new character Taxes in FNAF? I like Pizzeria Simulator, you know, it was fine. I can't shit on it, but I also can't praise it. I personally like the simulator more than the real life part. I think if it was a game by itself, it would have been pretty fucking awesome. I enjoyed the office parts of the game, but there could have been some more stuff, but that is just my opinion. I admit though, it is nice to have a mix of simulator than office. I think that was a good idea. I view the lore of FNAF to be kind of in separate parts, okay? Like FNAF 1 through FNAF 4 is one part, FNAF 5 and FNAF 6 is another part, and Ultimate Custom Night to now is kind of where we're at, because there's been a theme, okay? Tell me I'm smart. I have a huge fucking brain. It was originally just, oh, William Afton killed kids, and you know, that's not that epic. Then it evolved to William Afton did this before he killed kids, and also now he's dead? Question mark? Now we're in the AI era of FNAF, okay? I think it personally started with FNAF VR because not only are you playing in a VR headset, Glitch Trap is there as well. And in Security Breach, AI is really apparent. Especially with the new DLC, it is just fucking everywhere. But we'll get into that later. What game are we talking about again? Oh, yeah, FNAF 6. The ending of FNAF 6 is a huge lore thingy. I don't know. Henry is theorized to be talking to all the animatronics as the building catches on fire. The one thing I love about this game is the ending. It is, in my opinion, the best ending to any FNAF game, like ever. For me, the gameplay was fine, but the lore was just fucking amazing here. Now, Ultimate Custom Night is the hardest FNAF game, and I think it is pretty apparent why. I never got into it when it was released, but after seeing Dako come over beating it, I think that's when I started playing it. You wouldn't think there's lore for this game, right? But as the old Matt Pat has said before, supposedly Ultimate Custom Night is William Afton's hell because, you know, in FNAF 6 the pizzeria burned down, so William was sent here. Usually I'm on the fence about the FNAF lore, but this actually makes sense. Other than that, there's not a lot to say about this game since it's just one big custom night. So Nick, put in I don't know, a funny bit here. I fucking love Five Nights at Freddy's Hope 1. Seeing the animatronics in 3D is to me an amazing experience. Maybe not Night Terrors though, I got too scared so I quit the game. Night Terrors scares me more than when my asshole is bleeding. There's just something about this game that gets me going, but in a good way. We've now entered the 3D era of FNAF, which some would say is a bit goofy, but I actually really like it. And this was the first FNAF game Stillwolf Studios worked on, and for a first game, it is pretty damn good. Now, of course, with every FNAF game, there's lore, so you already know what time it is. Fazbear Entertainment wanted to make a VR game about their controversies about the killing of kids. We play as Vanessa, aka Vanny, which becomes more relevant in Security Breach. In this game though, there is a malware, which turns out to be William fucking Afton. Does it make sense? To me, no. How does bro die, then come back into a game? I don't know, but we'll see. This guy named Jeremy tries to figure this all out, but he gets too stressed and eventually kills himself. Cassette Lady, or that's her name, very original. She takes over for Jeremy and starts recording tapes explaining that this malware has gotten into the system. There's two endings, okay? We either are William Afton's first way ticket to getting out of this game, game, or we stop him from entering the system and we live. I guess? I'm gonna be 100% honest, this is when the lore starts to get confusing, and I mean very, very confusing. How does this fucker die and then come back alive as AI? I still don't understand it, okay? I'm so fucking confused. You think everything would end here, right? Since we beat William Afton, he's dead in real life and in AI, so he doesn't come back, right? No, of course he fucking does. They have to make their money somehow. If any of you know or could explain the whole entire lore of FNAF, then please do, okay? This is giving me AIDS trying to understand this shit. I love the game, just the lore gets hella weird. Another thing I would like to bring up is how Matt Patton made over 90 videos about the FNAF lore. To this day, he is still popping them out, which I kind of respect. Also, I know I said I'd go over every FNAF game, right? But I lied, okay? I'm not going over Freddy in Space 2, FNAF AR, nor Security Breach Fury's Rage. They aren't the main games, and even if FNAF AR is, it's mobile. I ain't playing that shit. If you are mad about that, cry about it, you know, weep if you will. Anyway, there's one more game left, only one. We are almost there, thank God. When Security Breach first came out, it was definitely something else. You could tell they put in time, but it was a glitch fest. Freddy T-posing to the game just not fucking working. Thankfully, they've updated it a bunch, but when it was first released, it was not fun. I like Security Breach, you know, it's not that bad of a game. I think the graphics are great, the characters look great, just the story has gotten out of hand. And there's another version of Springtrap, you know, how original, have not seen that before. I know everyone hates Monty, and I fit right into that category. He killed my man Bonnie. The only time we get to see him is his dead ass body in the DLC. Fuck you, Monty. Monty, more like stupid. The new animatronics are Glamrock Freddy, Glamrock Chica, Roxy, Monty, Sundrop, and Moondrop. I don't really, how do I put this? I don't really like Sundrop and Moondrop. Not that they're bad characters, just, you know, they suck. We play as a crybaby bitch, Gregory, who is hiding in Freddy's room. Gregory has to escape, so there's two outcomes. He hides until the place opens, or he goes through the whole entire building and almost fucking dies. If you pick the first option, you're stupid. He adventures into the daycare, which is where the drops reside. After leaving there, Gregory gets found by Vanessa and gets locked up like a dumb fuck. Gregory then makes his way to parts and servers while endoskeletons follow him. Gregory and Freddy proceed to try and murder the other animatronics, including DJ Music Man, which is the best character in the whole game, I swear. Gregory keeps upgrading Freddy to become the best he can be, and there's multiple endings. I don't know how to get them, nor do I really care to, so don't shit your pants. Now the lore is definitely something, so let's get through this shit real quick. Basically, Vanny aka Vanessa brings William Afton back again, which, why did you do that, you dumb bitch? Gregory is supposedly a robot? I don't really think he is, but that's just me. Vanny gained access to the Pizzaplex's system so she could send commands to the animatronics. William Afton resides under the Pizzaplex with a character named Blob. I think that's its name, I don't really know. Why can't he just die already? If I was running in a suit, I would just kill myself. I'm gonna be honest. Eventually, Gregory and Freddy escape since Burn Trap gets captured by the blob of shit. That's all I know, and that's all I really want to know. Trying to understand the entire lore of FNAF is more annoying than going through those fuckers that post like a million things in their story a day. I don't care if you're in a relationship, nor do I care about what you're doing every second of the day. Shut the fuck up! Security Breach was a big step for the FNAF games, and even though it wasn't the best, I'm still excited to see what's next for FNAF, especially the FNAF movie. Okay, I am dropping everything I have to do that day just to watch that. That is more of an achievement than seeing the robot woman from Atomic Heart. Now the DLC came out not too long ago, and you can tell that Steel will definitely learn from their mistakes in this release. I think the DLC is better than the base game in my opinion. I think it's really cool. In the DLC we play as Cassie, which I don't know if she's been seen before in the franchise, but basically we have to find quote unquote Gregory, who is a total real person. This is the last lore we will ever have to talk about, okay? I pinky toe promise. If it wasn't obvious, Gregory isn't real, and something called the Mimic is, I don't know another word to put this, so the Mimic is mimicking his voice. We receive a Vanny mask, which lets us pass through reality. How? Don't know. Don't give a shit. Helpy is back, and he helps us get through this shit. Roxy remembers Cassie, which is actually a sad ass scene. God damn, Steel Wool, stop it. This bunny keeps trying to do something to us in the mask, which I don't get. If you clicked on this video expecting the most in-depth explanation of FNAF, you clicked the wrong video, and I am very sorry. I like the new DLC, you know, I'm glad it gives more insight in the game and, you know, uplifts Security Breach a bit. Overall, I like Security Breach and Ruin. They weren't bad, and playing through them again, I enjoyed it. All in all, FNAF has been a horror series that has dominated the scene for over 9 years. The only thing I wish Scott added back then was the Joe Biden jump scare, but that's just me. There was some good of this franchise, don't get me wrong, but there was definitely some bad. Definitely some bad. When FNAF first came out, it was a hit, and even though there's a billion fucking games at this point, I enjoyed playing through all of them again. There, I said it, okay? I enjoyed playing the FNAF games. I'm sorry. To be honest, there was some shit I got wrong probably, so go watch these videos because they go way more in depth than my stupid ass. Do I still play FNAF? I didn't play the games for years until the making of this video, so no, but to keep the 8-year-olds happy, sure. If you are 8, by the way, this is not a video you should have watched. If you've made it this far, here's a tier list on my favorite FNAF games. Gonna get shit on for this one. And if you've been watching until this point, you're probably thinking, why hasn't he answered the question? You know, how's FNAF in 2023? And I'd say it's you know, it's fine.